Hello and welcome back to Factorio. We are in a belt-free maze. And just to give you a recap, this was our starter area where I think we can actually, just check I haven't hit out. Yeah, I think we can decommission all this now, can't we? This is our starter area and we've used up all the starting resources, which is also exciting. All right, let's get. So, once these resources are gone, once they'd started to go, the next part of the gameplay was to try and expand out into our maze. There was some difficulty with that because the maze is very big and quite resource spare. So I ended up doing most of the expansion off camera, and then last episode we came back and there's little patches here, aren't there? Oh well, do I care? Yes, I really do care. Let's take that. Right, are there any more? I'm just checking there aren't more green bits, because it would frustrate me if there were. I like the idea of completely clearing this. Alright, let's take all that out. That's definitely gone, isn't it? That can go here. That. I think we're nearly there. This row here, and this here and here and here. Okay, so this is our starter area. Because we have no belts, everything's done with bots. I've got an early bots mod installed. So we've got early game bots. They're quite cheap to build, don't require red circuits or anything. We are building our red circuits with bots. Everything with bots. Now, there's problems with this. First of all, it's very high energy. So we've had to go aggressively with solar. This is our power station here. During the day, we're absolutely fine for solar. So nothing much happens here. At night time, this boots up. This is the remnants of our initial coal. We had well over 1 million coal here. We're down to 170 odd. So then this is a separate robot network to this, to this. We do a little bit of oil processing. You can see the refineries are backed up because we're not using the product fast enough. So trains come down here, dump product, then that goes into these chests here and then is transferred across into the maker area, and then that's crafted into things. Then up here we have a dedicated solar panel making area, which was running off the resources in this area, but we're pretty much at the point now where the resources are gone. There's a little bit left, but not a great deal. And at some point I'm going to move one of these forward by a tile, and that's going to get these last drills at the side down. But there's really no draw on this area currently, so it's not doing much. Okay, so that's where we're up to here. More widely, we have this vast area. And you can see there's bots flying everywhere. There's bots doing things. We have fortified forward defenses made with guns, obviously fed with logistics boxes. We've got various of these internal left over from when we were moving lines forward, and I've left them in because there's always the possibility of a breach. Yeah, there's possibilities of breaches. There's also going to be the need to expand out later, so I'm going to need to go around this corner at some point, secure all of this to square this up. We have one coal mine Now it's 124 million, which is not to be sniffed at, but it's our only coal mine. We have copper. This is our coal mine for four carriage trains. This is our coal mine, which we're using with 2 carriage trains, and this is mainly going to power generation. Then we have a 4 carriage stone mine and a 4 carriage iron mine. Okay, so what's next? Oh yes, and we have oil. And nothing's really happening here at the moment. Okay, so what's next? What I would like to do today is work on this factory to move our science production out of this making area. And I'm actually thinking of, once I've done that, decommissioning this whole making area, moving it to somewhere better. So, let's have a look at our research. Under the crafting, we have train supply manager, and I think this is what I want to use to manage all of our resources. So we'll have multiple mines, and then we'll have multiple sites which are consuming ore. And I want to minimize the number of trains which are in transit. So we're going to have way stations for empty trains waiting to pick up ore, and for full trains waiting to collect ore. It's a slightly odd way of setting it up, but it's the way that makes sense to me. So what we're going to do now is set up production of these train supply manager things, and then get them exported to the network. Okay, so I have a blueprint for this. And let's go over here where we've got some space. Not sure how many of these we're going to need. 4 seems like a nice starting number, doesn't it? Alright. So this can be supply stations. This can be requester stations. This can be train configuration reader, although so far I have never needed one of those. Train requester, we definitely need those. Alright, each of these is capped to 1 stack. I'm just copying the requirements over. Okay, and that's 4 items which we can now export to the network. So, where can we do this? This is getting quite busy, isn't it? So what we need is another set of boxes, and I think I had a blueprint for this. Perhaps I don't. No, perhaps I don't. Alright. Well, they come in blocks of 3 by 3. There. Clearly that's not going to work very well. Let's take this block, put it there. Clear the input boxes because I don't want to get the wrong request. Okay, so this can request supply train stop. Request a train stop. Train configuration reader, although I don't think we'll ever need them. And train requester, definitely will need those. And we'll leave these other blank because they may be needed for something. Okay, so we will need to go around and basically configure trains and buffers for trains. And I don't know what that's going to look like. So let's go find out. I think what we need to do is go find one of those loop loops and have a design. So we have a loop here. We have a loop here. I would like, I think, to use this loop for staging materials. Do I? I'm just thinking about where I'm actually going to do production. where my factories are going to go. There, let's go here. So let's see if we can come up with a design here. And did I didn't request any of those things myself, did I? All right, I need to trash all of those construction bots. Logistics and trash. All right, in this playthrough, for whatever reason, I don't have the ability to set auto trash yet. And here we are. This is in logistics range. The trains are outside logistics range, which is interesting. Right, let's put down this and just put all of these in there. And then I can pick up this later. Okay, so what would a train park look like in this world? I think I want to get rid of these. There we go. We have adequate power. Power is not going to be our problem. And I would like a design I can work on. So, the issue is 4-4 trains pretty much fill one of these things. So if I had something where the train came in and then went out again, we don't really have the turning circle. Now, what I could do is go just beyond there. And put in a twist like this. So this is going to go back the way it came. Like that. So that would be enough room to park a single train. So that could be a single supply stop. Now, how many supply stops do I need? So maybe the better question is, how many could I fit? And another better question would be, do I want to do this differently for trains which are supplying... Right, this is going to need to be changed to a chain signal. Then I think I can take that and I can put down several. Okay, then I hit the central bit. So it looks like I can do 4 and 4. Nope, I can do rather more than that. Okay. So I can do that many. And I'm wondering if I want these 4 or not. So one option would be to have all of these. The other would be to fill in 4 here. Sorry, leave these 4 off. Just have these 7. I'm not sure. So this is a single park. And the issue with this is that the trains... Basically, I'm going to get no useful traffic into this corner. So if this was supplying full trains, I wouldn't want empty trains to be here facing the same way. However, I could do empty trains here facing upwards. All right, so let's take all this out. And see what we can get. Part of the entertainment with building at this scale, with these distances involved and these very slow bots, is that everything just takes a little while. So let's take a copy of this. Okay, what if we put this in here but facing that way? Small electric pole in the way. There. Oh, and I think I may have put my signals in a silly place, so I don't want that there. Yeah, we've got some funny signaling. That's better. I hope that isn't replicated. It would be annoying if we had a lot of silly signaling. Alright, so let's grab this. Is that what we want? I think I want to do it from just here. Okay, and then I don't want trains to go in this corner unless they can get through. Yeah, I want pretty much all of this to be a do or die situation. Don't want trains parking there, definitely don't. So this is one of these situations where I'm using chain signals. Am I requesting chain signals? No, I'm not requesting signals at all. Okay. So let's rectify that. I would like... Meh, not sure about that. I would like some signals, just so that I have them to hand. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to take a stack of these train requesters because they're fickle to set up. Okay. So they were red, which generally means they're not in the network, can't be supplied. I'm fairly sure that I am... Yeah, they're in the network, they just aren't getting to me. How are we doing? Alright, so I think I've got this signalled more how I want it. Let's take from there to there to there to there. We'll head up here and blueprint it down. Okay, does that work better? It's complaining about electric poles. So again, I have to wonder if I've put things down in the wrong place. Is that right? Okay, let's head up this end. And again, we have one of these the wrong side. I'm going to have to look into that. That's obviously a systematic blueprinting error because it's here as well. Yeah, I've got double signals, so I'll fix that off camera. You don't need to watch me do that. All right, so this is nearly done. Awesome. So, do we have any of these things? Yes, we do. Great. Now, how do I blueprint things down? Good. Set that as supplier. I'm never going to use those arms ever again. So now I think I can put down a supplier stop. Okay. I'm looking forward to having legs. So let's put them down here as well. I can't do this yet because not enough is built. And where is this happening? This is starting to rack up. Do I have lasers? No, I don't. Okay, I think it is time to get lasers. And then we can fortify our defenses somewhat. This is starting to come in. The other thing we're going to need is some trains. Do I have... Yeah, I've got 5. So we can at least set something up as a blueprint. But I'm staying away from the edges because we don't have coverage all the way. Alright, so a train. Good. I'm going to blueprint this in with 1 stack of fuel. Trains. Trains fuel. And good, this is our train blueprint. So we need 2 iron trains, 2 copper trains, 2 coal trains, 1 coal train, 1 stone train. I think that's enough for now. We'll sort out other things later. So they will now get built. And we will start filling these in. Good, empty coal. Let's copy this all the way across. Empty stone. Ore, iron ore. Good. And now I've got 1 spare here that's currently unassigned. Not a problem. We can add trains in. Okay, so let's take this, because I think if we blueprint it down, it'll blueprint down names as well. Good. Then I can also blueprint down these ones because they will be needed. We may end up in future prioritizing this to be primarily just iron and copper, for example. Not really a problem right now. Okay, and then I think I'm going to request, just for now, some requester stations. Because I think I need to set some things up. Good. So that will all get built. How are we doing down here? Okay, so we've got supply stations. We don't have requesters. Those aren't being built. Why are they not being built? Okay, what is this waiting on? All the things. So, these are low on fuel. We don't have enough coal. Interesting. Maybe we're not moving any coal in. Okay, that's the thing to try out. So, pick up this, let's go back to the workshop and check to see if coal is being moved in. Because it's possible it's not. Here we are. I've made this little inlet here, so I've got somewhere to park. So, we have this copper. A trash here, copper. This is requesting stone. So let's make something like this here. Okay, and this is going to request $1K coal. Good. So now we should have coal dumped into this area, which means the smelters will start working again. Which then means everything will start working again. Right. And what was it that I needed? I needed some of these train requesters. So I can craft a couple by hand. Now I've got some requesters, so I think we're ready to go. So what I'm going to do first of all is drive to here and set these names up. Then I'm going to set up supply stations. Are they supply? No, I'm going to set up requester stations for the resources, and then we will get some trains going on schedules. Great. So this needs to be renamed from empty coal to full. So this isn't how Train Supply Manager is normally used. Normally with Train Supply Manager, you have trains going to a site which produces a resource, and it just sits there loading. But what I want to do is sort of a design decision, really, more than anything else. All right, let's look at this again. All right, so we seem to have... Not quite sure what's going on there. Let's just change that to full. Okay, and just change these to empty. Nice being able to edit these from the map. Okay. Brilliant. So that's done. So let's go to this one first because it's the closest. Oh, I forgot to get on my train. Try again. At least it's close. Right, I'll get on it this time. We need... yeah, signal there. So this time I'm in it. Let's go to there. Good, and we need signal here. So let's have a look. There's definitely room for a full train, so that can go there. Yeah. So at the moment these are normal train stations, but they need to be turned into requesters. Good. So this is going to request, and this is the doohickey which controls the requesting. You need a combinator of some sort to switch this on and off if you want to do anything interesting. And what we're going to do is wire up. Whoops. Wire this up a bit more carefully. Alright, craft some more wire. Good. Can I trash all this? It'll get put somewhere. It's getting put somewhere ridiculous. But never mind. Alright, let's try again. So we are going to take wire. Good. So that should be wire to all of these. Then we should be able to take the wire from here to a decider combinator. And the decider is here. Right. The other thing is, to make this work, the whole thing needs to be powered. So we go there, may as well jump into that, and then to the input of the decider. Okay, so what we're going to say is we're going to count the amount of iron ore. In fact, we're going to count anything is greater than 2,000, because that's how much ore can fit into a carriage, and it's greater than or equal to. Then we're going to output 1 T for train. Okay, so T will either be 0 or 1, depending on if this is enough to fill up one carriage. Right, then we wire the output of this decider to this light to this train station. I think that's how you do it. Okay, and then you set this to be active when the trains on the way is less than T. There we are. So what this does is only enable this when this is greater than or equal to 2,000 and there is not a train on the way. So whenever there is a train on the way, there'll be an output here of the train signal, this thing here. If there were 2 trains on the way, this would output 2. So we're checking that the trains on the way signal is less than, and in this case, whether we have items in here. So when we don't have enough items in here, T would be 0. So we'll be disabled because there's nothing less than 0. When we have 1 train's worth of material in these boxes, we could have trains on the way of 0 and it would be active, or 1, in which case it would be inactive. So we will be sent at most 1 train to this stop. And this needs a name. So it needs to be called iron ore 1A. In fact, let's call it C. Right. Then what we're going to do is copy this and paste it down. Good. Now I've just completed all this by hand. This has mangled the station names because the mod does not like them to clash. Great. And what's wrong? So this has... Yeah, so this only has, what, 16k on the way. There's nothing in this box. Ah, the request weren't set. So that's why it was not requesting a train. Good. So then, all of these now want to train, but they don't know what they want to train for. So this is where you set up schedules. Priority schemes. So at the moment there is no priority scheme matching. What we're going to do is create one. Define sourcing priorities. So resource and ID. So we're going to set the resource to iron ore, and the ID is going to be mining drill, because this is a mine. There we go. And then we can click on that. So what we're saying is to request a train in for mining iron ore, we're going to fetch trains from the empty iron ore station. And we could set up multiple stations here. It would fetch from them in order. Then we can edit this schedule. So the wait condition is that the train is full or inactivity of 5 seconds. So when the train is full, it can leave. If it's been inactive for 5 seconds, it can leave. I find this UI a bit weird, but never mind. So that's how you set up a requester. Now we need to do essentially the same thing. But we need to do it a bit carefully. So I do not want station names. I wish there was an option here to clear filters on boxes. Okay, so we're now going to put this down on each of our stations. We can't do this yet. So can I do an upgrade? I don't know is the answer. So I want to upgrade from train stops to requester stops. Yep, I can do that. Okay, so we've done it on stone and coal and copper. Copper really is a long way away. Okay, so I'm just hoping that those are actually in range of this construct. Yes, they are. So that should all happen. Then, now that we've done that, I think I can push down this blueprint over the top. Maybe I can't. Maybe I need to wait for these to be replaced. All right, so let's finish off setting up iron ore. So let's go back to here. I remember to get in the train this time. Good. Now, is there a reason these have not come in? Construction. There are plenty of construction bots. are there trains in the network? I don't think there are. I think I have neglected. I'm sure I did put them in. Let's have a look. Okay, so that's signals and track. I'm just looking very carefully at these. I was sure I had. Apparently not. Okay, we need to go and fix that. This is a lot of going backwards and forwards, isn't it? Let's head back to there. Because we have to have everything in the network to be able to build remotely. It's just not going to work for us otherwise. All right. Am I out of fuel? Yes, that's what that is. In it goes. Good. So coal is coming in now, so smelting should have picked up. I'm just looking here. So these are boxes, mining drills and things. Accumulators, I don't think we're making those. Okay, so I think we can set this up to be locomotives. Okay, and we can set this up to be train carriages. Cargo wagons. Good, so those should be delivered. Our trains should get made now. So let's head back to here. You can see how busy it is in the make everything. And that's part of the reason I want to move science out from there. I don't want it competing with making things to make the factory work. Awesome. So with any luck, we can now set this up to add a station. So this is going to go to empty iron, circuit condition. Then it's going to go to full iron, circuit condition. Let's jump in. And automatic. So I think that got match made. So this should find a route to go to empty iron. To park there. Okay. I was expecting that then that would be called in to here. Right, let's have a look. So these are the supplier stops. So this is... one A. Maybe I didn't set these up. Okay, let's head off. We're going to go back to that, see if we can figure out what I've done wrong. What have I done? I've done something silly. Right, off here. Okay, so I haven't set the priority scheme for some reason. So this should be using the priority scheme iron ore, mining drill. Okay, so now we've done this, there is a train on the way. Good. So now let's park over here and figure out why that isn't actually coming. And there is something definitely broken with my blueprints. Good. This is attempting to go. And it can't. Because it wasn't on automatic. We have plenty of fuel. Ooh, what's going on here? Very bad things. Okay. Yeah, that's just a bit rubbish. So, somehow the bots have put down extra bits of my train. Let's fix this here while we can. Good. Okay, and then this takes a while to fill. This could take quite a while to fill. In any case, so this is filling. Let's take that away. Okay, so I think I can... this has a complicated schedule. So, another thing we need is a station to refuel these, and I think this is a good place for it. So, let's take a copy of that. I want it to be above here. Yeah, above here. Good. This should definitely now be a chain signal. Do I not have? Yeah, I do. There. Awesome. Then we have a standard station here. A refuel box. We will add power just in case. And this station is going to be called Fuel something. Fuel stop 2. How are we doing? So, are we full? I think we are. We set to manual mode because I took some trains off. So this should rather ponderously now park. It's an interesting choice of routing, but you know. So that has now parked in iron full. Great. So let's head down here. We are going to click that. Just check on the map. Paste to there. well, this didn't work very well. All right, so shift right click, shift left click. Is this? Yeah. So we can delete everything here except the 2 wait conditions, put it on automatic. So that should now go off automatically, refill. And is there something? Yes, there is something wrong with this train. It's only got 3 carriages. Right, let's go over there and fix the train because it's broken. Right, so that should go off to iron ore empty. Right, so what we need to do is set up all the rest of the trains now. And all the rest of the mines. All right, so let's see if any of them have been upgraded. Yes, this one's been upgraded. So let's head over here. So in the meantime, I think I can create a sourcing priority. Okay, so we're going to make another one, and this is going to be called stone mining. We will add empty stone to that. Then we can make a new one, which is copper mining. Empty copper. And coal mining to empty coal. Okay, and then set all of these up to be full. Good. So that can go away. I'll climb out here. I need 2. These have all the requests I would expect. These do not appear to have... Oh, I still need to put down this. And then put these requests back. Yep. Great. So then I need to do the same in the other sites. Coal is up here. Okay, and then put these... I'm going to have to travel there in person, apparently. And let's craft a bunch more of these combinators. They'll have to be in the network later. But for now, we can just do it manually. Okay, and I don't have any more of these. So let's head off to Colex. And we will sort out these things, rename. Right, so down here, I would like these to be 1A, 1B, 1C. I'm actually starting to use my time productively, aren't I? Okay, let's head over here. So we put down blueprints. This is now requesting the wrong thing. Put that back. Good. I can reset the names of these. Good. Then, so we're done stone, coal, it's just the copper. Which of course is all the way over here. Put that down. I'm going to have to travel to there straight away because we're actively using that copper to supply the main hub. In the meantime, yeah, this is all working. I think this is turned off. Is there a train incoming? No, it's some sort of glitch. Not sure. $1.7. Oh, we hadn't set the request back. That's what it was. Good. So here we are. Put that back. And I don't have these currently, so let's craft a few by hand, because we need copper. Copper's an important one. Good. So I want this to request from copper mining. Copy that all the way over. So that should be iron and copper in the network. I need to provision a train. For copper, well, a pair of trains. Then I think we can start thinking about our first science. We're going to get red science built. So I don't have a specific aim for this map. I would like to get the highest possible science I can. Obviously I want to launch a rocket. It's a really weird map. Lots of space constraints and things, but it would be quite nice to see if I can take it all the way to a high volume, high rocket base. May not be possible because of all this looping in the train traffic. I may have to be really, really careful about how I control the rails, but we will find out. All right, so let's look at the map. So I'd like to set up a schedule on this train. So this is going to go to empty copper circuit condition. Then it's going to go to full copper circuit condition. Good. And I'd like 2 of those trains. So I can now put this. So those should both park. And then hopefully they will both find there's a provider station for them and head off. And where the hell is the other one? Bit confused there. Okay, so all right, I think they're both on their way. They're both headed to copper. Right, and it looks like the copper stations need renaming. All right, so this should be copper 1A, copper 1B, and copper 1C. Good. Both trains are filling up. And in a minute they'll be back to here. So that's brilliant. I think this is everything we need to be able to do red science. So where are we going to do red science? I don't want to do it here. Stone will be coming up this way. So... I'm thinking labs are going to be down the bottom somewhere. Red science is a low volume build, so I don't really mind where that goes. There are no good answers to this, so I think red science can go be built down here somewhere. Let's go there. And we'll have to have a think about how we actually do this. I would like to do it as much direct insert, direct smelting as possible. It may not be possible, but we'll give it a go. All right, so this is a nice long segment, which gives us some room to play. So, I don't think I want to eat into this. I'd like to leave some room for this junction. But I would like to take this all out. Yeah, I think that's everything. Okay, then I'm going to replace this with a chain signal. And this is going to be into our build. And I'm out of rail. Can I request... Am I requesting rail? That's a good start, isn't it? So let's request some rail. Okay, we can stop requesting standard stations. And we had a refuel station that we had set up. I think it's called Fuel Stop 2. Let's have a look. We can ask one of the trains that needs refueling, can't we? Fuel Stop 1. Okay, let's try again. Good, okay. So trains will now come here to be refueled. Yeah. So this is our loop. There. And there's a full signal hidden behind all this mess, is there? Let's put one in anyway. There. Right, then this would need a requester stop. I'll need a bit of rail to be able to put that in. And it's going to unload which way? So I'm going to pull up this train because I don't want things parked behind it. And it's possible this is already in the wrong place. Because I'm going to run into this roboport. So I think I need to push this up so it's as close as possible copy this. Okay, so if I made this as close as possible to this roboport here, I can take it out here, take that out. Good. Then this can go. So requester. And this is going to request in, ideally, iron and copper. So let's start mapping this out. So I'm just coming up with a really minimal direct insert build for red science. Okay, this needs gears, so this will make gears. Then these will smelt. The whole thing can be powered up by a single power pole. Then the output from here will go into a box. We're going to use steel chests because I don't particularly want to use anything else. Right. Now, to fill a train carriage requires 4 rows, so we'll leave it uncapped. Then these are going to need to be filter inserters, aren't they? This will be set to copper ore, and this will be set to iron ore. Okay, then we can put a normal inserter here and here. And one there. Good. And then this will fill the other train. So we will copy this much. Okay, get rid of these two. And we have the classic thing here where this doesn't quite line up. So we move this down. Good. And then this is going to be set to be a longer arm. So that's still going to pick up from that machine. Going to put down there. So this is a build for one red circuit from one carriage. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's one train's worth of red circuit of red potions. Good. We need a choice after. We need signals on the curve. I'm always putting them on this middle of the 3. Then we need a commitment here that we've definitely gone past the build. Then we need the same thing here. We need to commit past the build here and here. Good. So then we need to figure out which of this stuff is not being served up. It's probably the steel chests, isn't it? Let's have a look down here. So we have logistics chests, but no steel chests. Do we even have a spare box for that? Not sure we do. Right, well, we'll have to add in more, won't we? I just copied those over and then deleted them because I don't want the request to be set. Alright, so let's head back. And fix that. In fact, it's probably... No, it's not quicker to run down. Alright. So, I will park there. And I think we may have room for a second red build. I don't know if we'll need it. I honestly don't know what the rate's going to be like. Good. So. This is so congested, isn't it? This is going to request steel chests. Look at me just walking across. And are we even building steel chests? We must be, because they're needed to build... Are they needed to build logistics boxes? Maybe they are not. No, they're not. Not in this mod pack. Okay, so let's put down a steel chest builder. This will get built in a second. I'm just being provided with a lot of resources which I generically request. Okay, so this is going to make steel chests. And that is capped. Okay, what else can we do? So, I like the idea of better energy distribution. No idea what composting is. And then we're just going to work down a list. Good. So is this getting crafted? Yeah, it is, just slowly. This whole site isn't very efficient. We're just not getting resources in fast enough to sustain anything, but it, you know, it's all about the trickling. It trickles towards a build. All right. So let's park here. So off we go, around we go, down we go. And we are missing power. I think I'd like to put it the far side. Is that? See, I don't think we'll be able to fit a second of these. Let's get rid of the infrastructure. So get rid of those. That. Wooden poles. Okay, so we could fit a second one in down here, and this could be more central, but we can't. Yeah, so that's one build, isn't it? In that space. So I think I'm going to put a second build down here, because I'm fairly convinced that that single build will not be what we need. Alright, we'll pick up that radar. I think the radar will be fine there. Put the build down again. Alright, so power poles. Yeah, I'm going to put them far side, just for neatness sake. There we go. So that's 2 red builds. Okay, so we will need 2 deciders with 2 requesters. Let's craft some more red wire. So these are going to go there, there, there. So I'm just wiring them through. And then this is going to be essentially the same logic as here. So let's copy it. All right. Except it's going to be if anything is less than, and these have a row of 8 more than can fit in a train. So at stacks of 50, that's 400. So if anything is less than 400, output 1T. Then I'm going to wire one of these to the copper. I'm going to wire the other one to the iron. And we're only monitoring the front carriage. Okay. Then this is the copper one. So this is going to be on the copper schedule. So this is going to be the priority schema for full... We haven't set up a priority schema for full copper. All right, let's do full iron first. So okay, so that's added a full copper stop. That's full iron. So I think that's all I need. So this requester here is going to be on the priority schedule for iron. And I want a full carriage full of it. Good. And then this is going to be for iron and a full carriage of it. Did I say iron and copper last time? Whoops. So this should be copper. We'll double check this because if it's the wrong one, it's a pain to fix. Okay, so this is copper. It's going into this combinator to this box, which is copper. Copper plates there. Iron, this goes to here. This is iron. So I think that's correct. So now we can power this up. I can take that, put that down. All right, now things need naming. So this needs to be named as Automation Science Pack 1. Right, let's copy that. No, that's not what I want. Automation Science Pack 1. Iron copper. Good, that's better. So if I now copy those, I can paste those down, which should overwrite the names. Then I can fix the names. Good. Let's check. That all looks right, doesn't it? Then all this should get built. Now, I've got lots of things open that I don't want to open. And we need to understand. So this is, anything is less than 400. Oh, this doesn't work. All right, so this is about the semantics of what anything means. So the anything wildcard only applies to things which have some sort of output. So it's false when there is no output. Because there is currently no copper at all, it's not just taking that to be 0 is less than 400, it's taking that as no value. So I need to replace this with copper. And then I need to change this to iron. All right, so let's copy that and paste that there. So then the iron comes in. We have iron smelting. In a moment, this will have emptied and the copper train can come. And I'm wondering if I should... I want trains here as little as possible. I've done this wrong. There. All right, so this needs to have the filter set also. Good, that should help. And I really want to minimize having trains at these stops. So I'm happy to burn a few inserters to speed up unloading trains. Good, and we have... Oh, we have no combinators in the network. Okay, that's something we need to fix because placing them by hand is something that's going to get very old very quickly. And of course, these are stacking on the main network. All right, which is blocking everything. How are we doing? It's funny, the empty cargo inventory bar is going up. You'd kind of expect it to go down. Okay, this is crafting. These gears have been made. This now has all the gears it needs. So it's just all backed up currently. This will go up to a full stack internally. But you can see it's smelting the steel, the iron plates vastly slower than this is unloading them. Good. Off you go. In you go. Filling up fairly well. We'll get some bonuses for arms soon, and that will help. And we've crafted some potions. That's really cool. Okay, so I'm going to put down another factory machine for combinators. That can go here. And do I want to do all the combinators? I don't think I do. I'm only going to use these ones at the moment. We may use other ones later, but right now all we're doing is the decider combinator. Okay, are there any other items that I generally... I don't think there are. I think that's everything I craft or build with currently. So it's just going to be this going around in circles, putting down things. Alright, let's head over here. Make sure it's being put into a provider. And I think the only provider we have left is this one. Yeah, and that's it. So, that should be our builds being built. And I don't know where I can park that's out of the way to have a look. Probably nowhere. So let's have a look on the map. So this is our copper unloading. In a minute, these will come through. Alright, so these things... Am I not providing them? Let's have a look. So there are none on the way. But I thought I had put down machines to make them. Let's find out what's the problem with those. Right through the middle of our builds. Okay, so what is the problem here? This needs a lamp. This needs a constant combinator. Alright. Well, we haven't really put any lamps anywhere yet, which is, you know, probably a sign that we're doing things wrong anyway. So this is constant combinator. This is lamp. And then let's do this. Glowing lamp. I have no idea what the difference between a lamp and a glowing lamp is. But we can grab a couple and put them down and have a look. Cool, so we're now on the way. So let's take a light. And we can put one down somewhere. I think this is as good a place as any, isn't it? Alright, then we can take a glowing lamp. And let's put it down over here. And then next time it's nighttime, we'll have a look. So these are now being made. The combinators are being made. So we are just waiting for those to get in. And then this build should come online. This is building. That's pretty awesome. We have trains here. 3 of the 4 trains. Good. These trains don't know what they're doing yet. There's one of the lamps. So that should call in a train once that gets placed down. Anytime now. I'm really liking this. So these are working how much of full time? I think these might actually be running full time. The gear machine certainly isn't. But this is. Yeah, so we have red pots running full time. I wasn't expecting that. So this is an 8-pot build. This has gone down. This has gone down. We are now hopefully calling in trains. Oh, do these have schedules set? No, maybe not. I've got a feeling you have to set train schedules manually. Right, so what do we think of these 2 lights? So, I don't see any difference. Yeah, I don't see any difference. Perhaps there's something you can do with one that you can't do with the other. Alright, so let's take this. I want to move this to here because I think that's... nothing's picking up these science pots currently. Right, in we go. Let's click on this. Yeah, there's no schedule set. So if I grab a blueprint of these two and force it down, it doesn't set the schedule. If I right click the copper one and left click it, it does set it. So I can copy it but not blueprint it. Okay, so there should be trains incoming now for this. And that should be both our red science builds. Well, I'm pretty pleased with that. So the one issue with this kind of build is that when you're bringing in multiple materials, it's putting a train on the backbone. So is there a better way of arranging this? I don't think there's a square I can steal. Right, so I can, I think, stop. I think 5 is enough of these. Okay. Okay, so the next thing would be to have a red science pickup train. So let's... we only have 1, 2, 3, 4 spare. No, we don't. We have 7 spare. Is that correct? We have definitely 6 spare. So let's head over here. And then this will be the last thing we do today. Good. So, copper, copper. Good. So this is going to be empty item equals automation science pack. All right, and then we'll put down this here as good. So there we do. Then we need to set up our train as empty science packs inactivity. Full science packs. Circuit condition. Yep, circuit. So this shouldn't be an activity, this should be circuit condition. There we go. Then I can go to this and I can go to, nope. Supply stops. So let's add a sourcing priority. Okay, so I'm looking for Okay, so this is making science packs. Let's use that icon. Okay, so and then we will have science pack carriage. Okay, and then this needs to be set up for full. Good. So list request stops. So we should have request stops for these. Did I not set them up as requesters? Yeah, this should have, it's got no lamp by it, that's why. Okay, let's fix that, and then we're done for the day. So let's go to here. Okay, and we've got a bit of a backup on the line. This is clearly going to be an ongoing issue. So there's copper coming in, and iron, and copper. Okay. This is nearly done. Not the end of the world. All right, so we need to set up something similar to this. This needs to be set up down here. There. We will wire from there to there, then there, there, there. Good. This is going to be set to anything greater than equal to. All right, so trains have 4 rows of 10. Science packs stack to 200, sorry. So that's 8,000. Okay, output 1T. This will be active whenever trains is less than T. And let's copy this much. Ooh. Yep, that will happen. Okay. Then we need to set the schedule for this. Priority scheme is pots assembler. Yep, pots assembler. So that's it. That should be all set up. I'm going to pick up this train. Right, we have 7 pots in there. We have 138 there. It's going to be a little while until this is all built, but at least it is all running. So next time we'll start on green science. Not sure where we'll put that. We should probably put it somewhere else. Yeah, it looks like we probably want to not put these builds in a critical part of the infrastructure. But I'm not sure where best to put them, to be honest. We need dead ends, which would be mined out, ideally. Might put green science here. So we'll have to come up with a green science build. So let's, with an eye to that, pop in coal. We will, if I park there, is that going to be a problem? No, shouldn't be. Good. That's it, I think. So you can see how this is sort of shaping up, or not. Wonder why that's stuck. Okay, let's have a look. So there's a train here. It wants to get where this is. Okay. I don't think I understand. So there's a train here for empty pots. There's a train here for empty, 2 trains for empty copper. This one, I just need to park somewhere. And this one, I need to park somewhere else. That's better. Oh, these are parked far enough to clear the signal. All right. Good, so this is properly live. Empty copper. Empty copper. So these are waiting for new orders, presumably because there is no... There is copper that can be picked up, so why are these not... Got 1 full iron. 1 unloading iron. Okay, so apparently there is a command for this. Reset. Okay, use TSM reset. Good, that seems to have fixed the problem. Things get mucked up when there are schedules that get edited. I've had weird things happen with edited schedules. That should fix the problem. We've got 1 iron train unloading here. Yeah, it's all good. So that's it. I'm going to stop here. Next time we're going to do the green science build and just work through them and then throw down some labs and see just how far we can get with this crazy design. We've taken up some solar panels, so I feel like I should put some back down again. We'll do that here. But in the meantime, thanks very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this long format. Please feel free to put it on and just have it in the background as background noise. Can we fill all of this in? Yeah, we can. All right, I'll do this off camera. But I do appreciate you watching, particularly in these interesting times. I record this a week, perhaps 2 weeks ahead. These long episodes take a while to upload, so it's a bit hit and miss whether my broadband will let me upload it. So if there's things you've spotted or comments you'd like to make, please make them. It may take me a little while to get to you. But in any case, like, subscribe, tell your friends. Please stay home and safe and well, and I will see you again next week. Bye-bye.